Good morning, Flosstube. Orietta from Orietta Stitches, and I'm here to do a June, uh, June, July 2017 update. So I thought this month I wasn't gonna do much, but actually, now that I gathered the whole thing, I figured out that I did more than I thought. I didn't work on many of my usual projects. I was in kind of a smalls and little things mood, so that's what I did. So I think last time we spoke, I said that I was in the process of getting ready to start a Victoria sampler called Desert Garden, and I did. And I started it, and I finished it. This is stitched on a piece of 32 count Murano inside even weave by Chromatic Alchemy in the colorway Dune, I think. Yes, it's Dune. And I stitched it with the what Victoria Sampler call embellishment pack. It's just a little, pretty much a little kit that includes all the code for silks and bead. And this thing is absolutely tiny. It's gonna come close so you can see it better. I'm sorry for the lighting, it's overcast today, it has been just stopped raining. So it's like a all tiny little scene with including some specialty stitches and some over one, like the quail are over one, and in the next scene the coyote and the gecko is over one, and those are my ugly lazy daisy. I can't do lazy daisy apparently, and this is the last scene. So I really loved stitching this piece, and I think I became like a fanatic of those Victoria Sampler Garden series. In fact, I have already purchased another one, which is on its way, and I think I will do as many as I can find. I actually got more of this Dune, even if I have, enough to do another garden down below, but I can't think I would like to do all of them in the same background, or at least a few of them. So this was my new start for this month, and also a finish, which, feels pretty good. It didn't took long. It was like, I don't know, maybe a week. I should have checked, I'm sorry. But anyway, that's Victoria Sampler Desert Garden Sampler. And that's the first thing I worked on. The second thing I worked on is my Chatelaine. I have repackaged, let's say it that way, my kit with all the silks and stuff, and I transfer it from the original bags, which I love for storage, but I really dislike for working with. So I put all the silk off, I cut them in length, and I put on one of my, usual thread card with the pink cushion in the middle. And since I did that, I have been enjoying it a whole lot. So I started working on it, and last time you saw it, I had finished the center and this pond up here. So this month I worked on the other 3 ponds, and I finished part 2. So this has been really fun to stitch, a lot more fun than it has been before. Try to get a little closer so you can see it better. It's a very delicate pattern. It doesn't have many vivid color, which is unusual for me, but I really like it, and it's coming along real nice. So I hope I'll be in the mood to work more on it soon. So this was the second project I worked on this month. And then I still, I don't have much time left before I go on holiday. So I didn't want to work on any of my big project. I was still feeling the need to work on something fairly small. And so I picked up a project I had stitched a long time ago, probably a couple of years ago when it came out, and it is a freebie pattern from Northern Expression Needlework, and it's called Little Heart Swirl. And I have stitched this on a 28 count linen. It's a light blue, and with using a wildflower thread from Caron. And I had the first part done, and I added the second part, and I decided to make it into a biscornu. This is the first, or biscornu, I don't know how you pronounce that, but this is the first time I make one of those, and I was really scared. It's still, you know, flat because I don't have the material to fill it up at the moment. I thought it was gonna be very hard, but actually putting this thing together was really fairly straightforward. I found a tutorial online and I followed it, and I'm really happy with it. It had beads, but let's see if I can get it to focus. When I did it the first time, I didn't have any beads in the house, so I used put French knots, you know, here, all the way here. It's a bunch of French knots. I like doing French knots. I have learned to make them when I was a kid, so I have no problem with them. And so I when I stitched the second motif, I did the same. So it will be, you know, same thing. And I haven't filled it up because I do have the fluff thing, but I actually purchased some crushed walnut shell, but I couldn't find them in Italy at a decent price, and so I bought them and had it sent to a friend in the UK. And in September I'm gonna go to a stitching retreat in Crewe with my usual, you know, stitching group, and I have been actually getting quite a few items like pattern or other little things, and I have it sent to my friend because I found them in the UK and the shipping was a lot cheaper when it wasn't free completely. So when I go in September and I come back, I will fill this up with crushed walnut, and I will show you the actual finish. Now it's a almost fully finished object, but you know, better than my usual. It didn't end up in the box, so that's progress, right? So another thing I have been doing this month has been something I had thought about for a long time. Now in Italy, like I understand everywhere in the world, it's very expensive to have things framed, and so I always thought I wanted to try to do it myself, but I didn't have the materials. So this month I ordered a whole bunch of acid-free foam board, and I had seen a video from Letitia, the crafty curator, who demonstrated a tool that she used to do to pin her stuff to the mounting board. So I ordered it. It's called the Micro Stitch, and it looks like this. It's like a gun. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not going to demonstrate it to you. If you want to see how it works, I'm gonna link down below Letitia's video. She does a very good job at showing it, so I don't feel that I need to do it again. She has a super good video about it, so you can watch her video, which you will find in the description. So with this tool and with the mounting board, I attempted my first decent, I had done lacing with a very small piece before. I think I showed it like in November or in February. and I laced the dragonfly, little Chatelaine dragonfly. I laced it over a little canvas, but I never actually did a pinning, and so I wanted to try it with a project that I wasn't gonna get too upset if I screwed up. So I tried with the Welcome Sampler by Tempting Tango, and I think it came out pretty good. Now, keep in mind, this is my first attempt at doing this kind of stuff, so I know, it wasn't easy. But see, those are all the micro stitch, those, I don't know how you call it, like tacks. I think you call it tacks, that the gun stick into the board. And then I use some double-side craft tape that my friend Marika at Crafty Creation, I can't speak this morning, I'm sorry. Marika at Crafty Bits Creation, Jesus, I'm a mess. Anyway, she very graciously sent me a roll to try, and it did an awesome job. It tucks everything down, very secure. This has a layer of quilting batting underneath, and then I did the corner, I stitched the corner like this, and I'm really sorry, but I don't remember where I saw this corner thing, but somebody showed it in the video I saw recently, but there is so many people, I forgot to write it down, so I apologize for not being able to tell you who showed this to me. Anyway, I think I did a pretty good job, and I'm really happy about how it turned out. I don't think I'm gonna frame this, actually put it in a frame. I'm probably going to attach a ribbon of something and hang it as it is on my front door here in our apartment. So there is one last thing I stitched and actually fully finished this month, but it's a gift to someone that's probably watched my video, so I'm not gonna show it until the person it is made for will receive it. So you will see, I will film it now, but you will see it in my next video. So I don't have any haul. I mean, I do have, because I haven't bought anything stitchy since last December. And this month, for some reason, probably because I wasn't feeling too well, I got bitten by the spendy bug and I ordered a shitload of stuff. But it's not here. Most of it, as I said before, went to the UK, and some went to a friend in the US who was gonna forward to me later on in the month. So you will see all of that in my next video, which will probably be toward the end of September, because August I will be traveling, and September also I'm gonna go to the retreat. So I'll probably combine the 2 months and show all I have done in the time span next time. And I have one bit I can show, and it's something I purchased to be able to stitch more comfortably when I go to the retreats and when I go to the beach or travel in general. I know I showed you before that table vise that I thought was gonna work, and it would probably work pretty well for a person that is not as tall as I am. For me, I tried it, and it make it kind of very complicated. It's too far, and it make it awkward to stitch, and I ended up, slouching over and getting my back and my neck all messed up. So at first I thought to follow palm reed direction and make myself a lap stand. I went to a DIY store in Italy, and they are pretty pathetic. So I could find a whole bunch of pipes and connectors to make, the PVC lap stand, but they didn't have them all. And I went to another one, and they didn't have them all either. And so when I decided that I actually wanted to make it, I thought, by the time I drive over like 3 or 4 stores to finally gather all the material, get there, sew the piece apart, put them together, it's gonna take me forever, and I'm lazy. So I took the easy way out. I ordered a R&R lap stand from Casa Cenina. It's a stitching store in Italy. They were having a 30% off sale, and this thing was included in the sale. I already had a little play with it here at home, and I think it's gonna work a lot better because, you know, I put this here on the table and it's right in front of me, and I can sit straight and work with it a lot more comfortably. So this is one purchase I made, and again, I know I could have done it myself and it would have probably be cheaper, but overall it wouldn't. You know, between the driving, the time, the frustration of not finding all the pieces, and the grief it would have given me to have to sew all the pieces together, you know, I think it was worth the $30 I paid for it. As I said, it was on sale. So I have only one thing left I want to talk about, and it is my August plan. And as usual, I don't really have an actual plan. I will be traveling most of the time. So I thought to bring something that I could work on even without bringing too many tools. Now, if I can stuff it into my suitcase, I'm definitely taking that little lap stand, but I can actually work on this in hand. And what I've decided to bring with me is a Quaker diamond. This is the project I adopted from Lucy Slater. She's one of my friends, and it's one of the girls I'm gonna meet in Peru in September. She started it, and as you can see, made quite a headway to it. It's pretty much half or almost half of the project. See, it's a good size. She made a good bunch. And it's the easier one I have right now to work with. It's a 28 count hand-dyed by Marika at Crafty Bit Creation. I believe it's a 28. I haven't measured, but Lucy remembered 28. And I think it is because I can actually see it without any magnification. And I'm going to tell you what's my idea. I had an idea about it, and I'm going to tell you, and you can tell me what you think about it. So you know that the only golden rule of cross stitching is that all your stitches have to go the same way. So the issue here is that Lucy stitches the opposite way I do. So when my top row usually lay this way, her top row lay the other way around. So in order to work on this, I was going to have to change my stitching habit. Now, I could do that no problem. I've done that before for other similar projects, but I had an idea. And the idea is the following. I kind of like the thought that I will always going to be able to tell what part she stitched and what part I worked on. And she also moved the letter around to put her initial here, L, Lucy, and S. And so what I'm thinking I'm gonna do is that I will finish this motif that she started using her way of stitching, and I will stitch everything else, the way I stitch. So when I look at this project, when it's done, I will always be able to say, okay, Lucy worked here, here, and up to here, and those are the motifs I stitched because the top row will go in a different direction. And she already stitched the V, which is my surname initial here, but I'm gonna switch around the letter and let me pick the pattern up. Don't move. Okay, so yeah, the V is up here, and my idea is to move it down here, the O as Orietta and the V, that's my surname. So I will have her initial that she put here, and her part stitched in her way, and my initial down here and my part stitched my way. And I really like that idea, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. And I know it will never be able to be entered in any, you know, competition and stuff. Well, by the way, they don't exist here, so that's not a problem at all. But I don't know, I thought that was a cool idea and a way to have something my friend did and be able to say, she did this, I did this, and it would be like a combined effort to finish it. So I'm really looking forward to work on this, especially because she also gave me, along with her fabric and the stitch part, she gave me the actual pattern. She passed it on to me. She also gave me the actual the kit, so I have all the Valdani thread that are called for, and I never work with them, so I'm really looking forward to try this and see how I like it. And as I said, it's gonna be very compact to transport because I only need this and the thread, and I can definitely work on this in hand without a frame. And of course, if I can stuff my new lap stand in my suitcase, I will, but it's not really necessary. I can do just fine with my hands. I stitched in hands for years before I started using a frame, so that will be okay. So this is all I have for today. I hope everybody's having a great summer, and I'm really thankful for all I had a very good responses on my frequent asked question video about the Omanic frame. I hope I can help people. It can help people to, you know, be able to use it better and solve their problem. And I had nice response, so I'm really happy about that. And don't get used to get 3 videos of me in a month, because that's not gonna happen very often. But here you have it. So enjoy your summer, have fun, and stitch a lot, and yeah, have fun stitching. Bye!